My name is Marian Ribon and I'm the Artistic Director of Dublin Youth Dance Company. I'm very interested in developing and implementing the Leaps and the Bounds, a dance program created by Tony Bravo, and is about teaching dance in parallel to the curriculum in primary schools.
My favorite part of the class was the shapes.
I thought it was really interesting, especially at the end, about learning about numbers. So like she's doing about like the number 16, 32 with the way she's teaching tens and units, and she's getting the kids to be actually involved. Like some of the kids were tens, some were units. Like it was really good to see a different way of approaching it, I suppose, because it could be a tricky concept for children to understand, and that they're physically involved in it might make it easier for them to understand that. And some children, find it easier to be actively involved in their learning and make it easier for them as well.
My name is Ellen May and I'm 6 years old. I learned some numbers.
I definitely see how you could reinforce language or introduce new topics through dance. Also, it brought some subjects more alive. It might have appealed to some children in different ways who aren't able to access textbooks or reading, and it introduced language in a different way.
1, 2, 3, clap. My name is Fiona Shaughnessy. My favourite bit was to do the monkey stuff. I like that. And I also like the snap and clock thing. And I like doing the dances too. And yeah, it's good.
My name is Sophia. I learned what the monkeys eat. My favorite part was when we went around the fire and pretended lots of things.
My name is Alison Rafferty and I'm a senior infant class teacher in the Central Model Infant School. I suppose I didn't realise to what extent that you could use dance for those subjects. I definitely found it interesting to observe the lesson, and I was really impressed with how much vocabulary of science and geography the teacher managed to incorporate into her lesson. Well, in my class we have a lot of students that have special learning needs, and I was very impressed with how the activity was so engaging and it really held their attention and was suitable for their level, so they really could get involved. And as well as that, we have about 80% EAL children in our school, so they're learning English for the first time, so it's a really good way for them to consolidate learning of new vocabulary by incorporating it into the dance lesson, so I found that really good and beneficial.
I'm Catherine Groves and I'm principal here in Central Model Infant School in the centre of Dublin. I think from what I've seen that the dance class covered many different levels for the children of our school. I would begin by saying that before we get near whether it would enhance the curricular subjects or not, I thought that the bringing the children into a kind of a stillness and a focus and quiet voices and paying detailed attention to the teacher sort of helped them to be wide open to learning no matter what the subject is. And I do feel some of our children maybe suffer from living sometimes in quite cramped places. They're not outside in the countryside. They live in a city, a busy, noisy place. So that quite often we feel that our learning is hampered by that kind of chaos or busyness that children experience. And for them to even learn to begin to focus and then notice the different parts of their body before anything else ever happens, for me is very important. So then I felt that the curriculum was beautifully brought into the classes in the sense that the children were having fun with maths, and that obviously then there's a kinesthetic thing where their bodies are coming into it, and they're almost feeling the numbers and feeling the caterpillar, and I suppose having lots of fun as well. I liked the idea that quite a lot of the class for the children, the focus was on doing and not constantly listening. There was more of a doing and following, which was lovely.
Hello, my name is Fayo Ann Peace and I'm 7 years old. I learned what clouds do. It made me feel happy and it was very fun because I liked acting like a cloud.
Hi, my name is Alicia. I'm 7 years old. It made me feel excited. We learned to do bunny moves, like putting our hands here and moving around. And we did shapes.
My name is Tony Bravo, and I come from Austin, Texas, where I developed a program called Leaps and No Bounds. And this program was created about 22 years ago in order to do several things. One of them was to try to introduce dance into elementary schools in the same way in which elementary schools do music and sports and visual arts. I have this desire to make dance part of that kind of education for kids. And the other reason was because I was very interested in trying to find out how kids learn. And therefore, I figured out that through movement, they could learn different things, not just the movement that is in the dance action, but through movement to learn things like academics, math, science, language arts, social science. And so I researched quite a bit and based the program on three main ideas. One of them is the idea of how the body connects to the thought process, as in how cognition changes throughout time. The other idea is called the multiple modalities of cognition. It's a program that was devised by Howard Gardner in Harvard University. And it talks about the different ways in which we can learn as individuals, and how some people love one way more than the other, and I want kids to love all ways. And the third idea in my head was for the kids to learn with joy, as in get them to understand that learning can happen in any way, not just sitting and maybe writing or reading, but standing, pretending to be something or another, maybe an animal, maybe an inanimate object, and also talking in terms of, this is exciting, discovery, let's find something that is new and beautiful about nature, words, abstract concepts. So the threefolded program was born, as said, 22 years ago, 1995. And ever since I've been teaching to kids, and now I'm teaching the teachers. And teachers are learning how to do this program. And hopefully we will start it here in Dublin very soon.